Hello everyone and welcome to our class Business Analyst Mastery Series. I am Shaka Sharma and today we are going to begin a very important topic that forms the core foundation of a business analyst role, the six knowledge area of business analysis as defined by BABOK guide. Let's dive in and learn how to think like a real business analyst. Before we begin, let's quickly give you the context. Till now, we have learned who is a business analyst, thereafter, what are the roles and responsibilities of a business analyst, thereafter, the roadmap we have talked about. Then we have talked about that what are the skills required for becoming a business analyst, and in the previous class we have talked about the core concept model. I hope so that you have remembered these six terminologies, right? But today we will start exploring the detailed knowledge area, which are specific pieces of work a business analyst perform to add value to a project or solve a problem. Each knowledge area focus on different tasks, but together they form the complete life cycle of business analysis. So these are some, here are six knowledge areas that we are going to learn about. The first one is business analysis, planning and monitoring. Thereafter, elicitation and collaboration. The third one, requirement lifecycle management. Then strategy analysis. The fifth one, requirement analysis and design definition. And the last one, solution evaluation. So as I told you that we are going to talk about the task. Means these six knowledge area will consist of a total 30 tasks, right? That has been segregated out. I would say these has been divided down into these knowledge areas, right? When we say task, we are referring to actionable responsibilities a BA performs. Each knowledge area include a number of tasks as you can see on the slide, right? Or we can say the each knowledge area includes a number of tasks, right? These tasks are like building blocks and completing them helps a BA achieves a business goal efficiently. We will understand what does this task look like in each knowledge area as we move forward. Now, this is our first knowledge area, business analysis, planning and monitoring. So let's go through it that what we have written down. So in simple, if I would say, this is our basically this is our first knowledge area, and in simpler terms, this is where a business analyst plans how they will perform their work, who will they with whom they will collaborate, and how they will keep their everything on track, right? In this particular knowledge area, you're gonna define the responsibilities, you will select the tools and techniques, you're gonna decide how will you communicate, and going to prepare for changes or issues occur. It's like preparing a strategy before you playing a match. In simple, I have written planning how a business analyst will do their work and how they will work with other people involved in the project, right? So what does it include? Let's break it down further. In this stage, you decide who are the stakeholder involved, what are the techniques they will be used, like interviews or workshops, what tools will support the work, like Excel or Jira, what documents will be delivered, such as BRD or SRS, and how will we track progress or handle changes. By doing this, you will create a strong foundation for the entire BA effort, right? And why it is important, right? Because without it, the works get delayed, miscommunication will happen, stakeholders become frustrated, and the final product might even not solve the right problem. Poor planning ensures smooth execution, or sorry, pro- I would I said it wrong. Proper planning ensures smooth execution and keeps everything aligned. So, what is the output of that? So, what what we get as output from this knowledge area? First, a clear business analysis plan, then a stakeholder list who is involved and how they will be engaged. Like means in the upcoming classes we are also going to talk about some of the metrics that those who are working as a business analyst right now have heard about that and I already work on those. There is a term called Reki metric. There is a document basically in which uh, we will talk about that these are the stakeholders and we will define them over there, right? There are then the approach or methodology, right? This is the output of that. So agile, waterfall, or hybrid. And finally, monitoring rules to track down work and report progress. These outputs, these outputs guides all the other activities we will learn do as a B, right? Then the second knowledge area is elicitation and collaboration. This is where the real communication begins. Your job is to gather useful information from stakeholders and work closely with them throughout the analysis process. This isn't just about asking questions, it's about asking the right questions, validating what you hear, and keeping stakeholders informed and engaged. Right? So I have written down gathering information from people, stakeholders, and working closely with them to understand what they need. What does it include? So elicitation includes preparing for meetings, running interviews, workshops, or surveys, validating and confirming the information you receive, sharing it clearly with others, and ensuring strong collaboration with everyone involved. If you skip this or do it properly or you do not do it properly, you may end up with solving the wrong problem, right? The third knowledge area is requirement life cycle management. So once you gather the requirement, means in the first two we have talk about in the first two we have talked about uh, in the first knowledge area we have spoke about BAPM, right? Then we have spoke about uh, elicitation and collaboration. Then the third one, requirement lifecycle management. Once you have gathered the requirements, you need to manage them throughout the entire life cycle of the project. This means keeping them up to date, managing changes, tracking approvals, and making sure every requirement connects back to the business needs. Right? In simpler terms, taking care of requirement what the customers or the business needs from the beginning of the project until the end, even after the solution is delivered. That is called support basically. Right? What does it include? So it includes organizing and updating requirements, managing and request exchanges properly, making sure all stakeholders agree on each requirement, tracking how requirements connect to the final solution, and retiring requirements that are no longer needed. It's about ensuring the integrity and traceability of everything that the business needs. Then the fourth one, the next, strategy analysis, a very crucial or critical knowledge area. Here the BA works with the stakeholder to understand the core business need. You assess the current state, identify gaps or problems, and help define the best strategy that aligns with both operation and organization goals. Right? In simpler terms, working with the stakeholders to find out what the actual problem or need is, and planning the best way to solve it so that it fits with the company overall goals. Right. What does it include? Understanding the current business situation, we used to call it, and who are working as a BA right now, we'll call it as is. So thereafter, identify what needs to be changed, right? Helping select the best solution or approach, and ensuring the strategy aligns with both short-term and long-term goals. In simpler terms, you have the organization make smart and strategic decisions. Do not worry about this. Means whatever I am not particularly reading out whatever I have written over the screen. This is just to, if you are going through the slides, means I am going to attach this slide. Just comment down if you need the slide, right? So I will post you. So this is just to means if you are not someone who wants to make the notes of, so just ping your email address into the comment box, and I will send this PDF to you, right? So this is just for this. But I'm trying to make it simpler as much as possible, that how a knowledge area, and as I said earlier, that if these six knowledge area are interrelated to each other, right? You find it that whenever I'm speaking about something, they are totally interlinked, right? Then now we come to requirement analysis and design definition. This is where you take all the gathered information and start making sense of it. You organize the requirements and check for um, completion, clarify everything, and start shaping the ideas into practical solutions. In simpler terms, once we have collected information or the requirements, this step is about organizing it properly, checking if it is correct or not, or turning it into possible solutions that can solve the business problem. What does it include? So, it includes structuring the requirements properly, using visual or models to describe them, verify they are accurate or and complete, and exploring different solution options. It's all about business needs into detail, understandable, and workable solution, right? And finally, we have solution evaluation. This happens after the solution is implemented. The BA checks whether the solution is actually working and delivering value to the business or not. Right. In simpler terms, checking if the solution that was implemented is actually working well and giving the expected benefits. If not, figuring out what can be improved. Right. What does it include? Again, so measuring solution performance, checking if it's solution solving the problem or not, identifying gaps, limitations or issues, recommending improvements. This step ensures the project was worth the investment and effort or not. Means whatever we have done in all of the knowledge areas, basically we are going. I mean, we have done each and everything right or not. If the solution that we have provided to the organization is not working towards the business goals, that means it is not uh, a valid solution, right? Hope you got it. So now we have come across all of these six knowledge areas, right? I have not planned for, means most of us do not have that much time to watch all of the videos. So what I'm going to do, means I'm going to shorten the videos as much as possible and knowledgeable. So let's summarize that what we have covered till now. So now the first one, business analysis, planning and monitoring. So this is basically prepare and plan your work, right? I have written it down for you. Just as I said before, that do not go here. The what I was speaking about, it is just for you to read it out. But planning and monitoring is about prepare and plan your work, right? Then with this, we go to elicitation in collaboration. This is about communicate and gather the information because all of them are interrelated, right? Then the third one, requirement life cycle management. This is about maintain and manage the requirements. Right, we have already gone through it also. Then the fourth one, strategy analysis. This is about the understand the and define the real problem. Then fifth, requirement analysis and design. So this is about turn need into solution. Then the last one, we have solution evaluation. Ensure the solution actually works is about solution evaluation, right? These areas cover the entire journey of a business analyst from planning to final evolution, right? Thank you so much. We have come across to end of this video. Please do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you have any questions, just write down into the comment box. Stay tuned. We have a lot more to cover. Thank you so much.